Hello everybody. This week we're gonna do some we did introductory videos of myself and Ashley and Bubba, and now I figured I would kind of show you around to the equipment. I'm actually gonna do a series, handful of videos that cover all the equipment, but today we're gonna start with Hogan Enterprises HQ. We're currently still in the process of building it, so I'll show you what we got so far. So this is it. This is the home of the Hogan Enterprises. It's currently a shop, and then on the north end there is office space. So we'll come and show you around. Like I said, we're still building it, so we're not 100% yet. We're gonna do doors, 3 bays here for doors. We're gonna do floors. We're gonna put some heat in for the shop. But we got 3 bays here. Eventually this area right here, we're gonna frame it off and do office, wood room, utility space. In here, we've got kind of the foyer. We're gonna have a bathroom over here. This is kind of the main open conference area space. There's a room over here, and there's a room here, Those are going to be respective offices. We're going to do 1 full bath here for shower, sink, tub, toilet, storage space, files, cabinets, whatever. And then out here is going to be a outside kind of conference meeting porch area that looks out the back of the property, which is kind of pretty this time of year. So yeah, this will be, obviously this is all still in the works, but this will be kind of the HQ for the businesses, since there's like 5 businesses. It's currently a 60 feet deep by 84, I think. Plans in the future, the second phase, is we will do 3 more bays down here, and those will be for additional shop space storage, especially for some of the equipment, because I want to have, at least 1 working bay in there that's not constantly full of something, so I can bring stuff in and out as needed. Also, me and Ashley have a handful of vehicles we'd like to store, but yeah, so this has been in place for a year now. So I guess 1.5 to 2 years ago, when we did the site prep for all this, this was a pasture. So kind of up there by the red trailer was kind of where the fence used to be, and this was all pasture. And as you can see, there's a bit of a elevation change. This end we ended up digging down like 4 feet. Down here, not so much. We moved all this material into Ashley's arena. This is going to be the propane tank area and pad. We're going to run propane heaters in the shop, and for the office spaces, this is the outside of one of the side doors. That's actually, I haven't seen this yet. That's the crawl space cover. That's actually really nice. That's cool. So we did do foundation. So there is a 2-foot crawl space under this. Basically, short of the stuff that makes, I'm not going to walk through this because it's all muddy. But basically, short of putting in full, bedroom, kitchen, things like that, this is essentially getting built to code like a house. So shouldn't have any issues. That way, once it's done, and we should never have to worry about upkeep or maintenance or anything like that. Out here, part of the property, like I said, this pasture right here closest to us, we reseeded it this year. trying to get these pastures to start producing well again after previous land managers' poor decisions. Basically people before we bought the place. With the goal to hopefully eventually start producing hay, as well as grazing for our animals. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Up there on just the east wall, we did this clear poly, just so it lets a little bit of natural light in, but it shouldn't affect the insulation quality or the ability to keep it comfortable. And then currently in our house, in the eave of our house, or the top peak of our house, we have bats. One of the things we are doing is replacing our house. So we put up some bat houses facing east, just like they are now in our house. And hopefully they will move out here where it's less likely to be bothered. And, they can stay. Because right now, once we take our house out, obviously they will no longer have a home. And we like the bats because they help eat the bugs. So yeah, like I said, we moved probably 500 to 600 yards of dirt out of this pasture to dig this all down to grade. It's all currently straight out there. That's Ashley's outdoor arena. We ended up raising that whole thing by like 18 inches. And then we ended up bringing in, I think, almost 400 yards of rock. And as you can see, we're not done because we're still going to do concrete in here. So we probably have to put another 6-ish inches of rock. From some of my other videos, you've probably seen there's our case 75C. There's our Bobcat T66. Eventually, this will probably be the main service bay. That will be a secondary bay for working on things. But this bay in particular is wider. I'm sure the thing that everybody's most interested in right now is Ashley's 67 Mustang. There's currently a waiting list of like 20 people that want to buy it. So if you want to be on that list, you can feel free to add yourself. Sentimental value, I'm sure she'll never sell it. But each of these bays are 12-foot center, except for this one. We did, I think it's either 13 or 13 and a half center. And the only reason is because back here, behind the tractor, behind the rototiller, is our 10 and a half foot bush hog. And this is the only bay it fits into. There's also potential I'm going to have equipment in the future that might be wider. So I wanted one bay wide enough that we could easily get it in and out. So this is the only bay I'll be able to back the mower into to work on it, sharpen it, grease it, whatever. Eventually I have plans on doing a implement shed. But obviously with the shop, which didn't have most of this done until this year, and then the office space, and then the house that we're replacing, the implement shed is a little lower on the list. And then also concrete and doors, because once I have concrete and doors, then my shop will actually be, and lights, then my shop will actually be functional. I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be next spring. So where we're at right now is these are going to be the pillars and foundation support for the porch. And that's just kind of where we're at the moment. It would have been nice to maybe get this part a little sooner, but thankfully, because we're essentially on just a huge bed of clay here, water definitely won't run away. So yeah. One of the other short-term things we're going to do is I think one of these bays in the shop is going to end up being a hay barn next year so that I can add more inventory. Thankfully, with the success I've had this year with my hay sales, I'm looking to, with just one of these bays, more than double my inventory, which would be awesome. But we got to get all the rest of these building materials out of here and used, and do a little reorganizing. But the plan is to try and put some hay in here Not long term, because obviously, you know, shops and hay don't mix well together, but hay barns also on the list. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This is the tour of the Hogan Enterprises HQ, and I'm going to continue the series. The Bobcat's probably going to get a video. Well, the Bobcat is going to get a video. The case and probably the attachments will get a video. The pickup and trailers will probably also get a video. Basically just kind of going through backstory, why we have it, what we use it for, specs, things like that. Yeah, so if you guys have questions, comments, suggestions, things you want to see, feel free to drop them in the comments, and we'll see you next time.